doing, everybody? And welcome to another edition of Ocean's Pit, the little show about big things. Hope you had an incredible weekend. We got a great week. We got a great day. We got a great show for you guys. I'm glad you guys for tuning in on this beautiful Monday on December 15th. Right around the corner is the holiday season, Christmas, and I hope your family and friends and everybody's well. I hope you're getting all the hustle and bustle and getting ready for the big day, of course, for Christmas Eve, Christmas Day. Some people celebrate Christmas Eve. Some people celebrate Christmas Day. Some people celebrate a little bit of both. So it's nice to be back. This will be a full week of shows this week because last week I think I only did 2 shows on a Tuesday and a Friday, whatever it was, or Tuesday and a Thursday, or Tuesday and a Wednesday. I don't know. But this week we have a full show. This is Ocean's Pit, Monday through Friday at noon. Check the website, TonyOceanMusic.com, and give us a call at 847-769-8609 to book a show. Every show is dedicated to the first responders, the men and women in the military. Let's not forget our veterans who fought for our country. But basically, it's dedicated to people like you who take the time still and watch the show. I really do appreciate it very much. It is Monday, December 15th. It's showtime. Ocean's Pit Stop. Ho, 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 everybody. Happy Monday, Ocean's Pit. Thank you guys for tuning in. Let's get right to our good friends from Ace Hardware. Get your holiday stuff shopping done. And I know we still got 2 weeks left, but they still got some great deals here at Ace. Blackstone 20-inch griddle with hood, $279.99 down from $399. That's a 30% savings. Get a free $10 gift card when you purchase a $50 gift card. That's $2 per limit, and on sale all month long. Outdo your neighbors with strings of 100 starting as low as $9.99. You can't beat that, folks. And for that last minute stocking stuffers, they have a bunch of Christmas gifts, including the new Perfect Pet, the lifelike sleeping pet that breeds. They're wonderful companions for seniors and children, providing a lifelike, loving ownership experience starting at $35.99. And we got a bunch of Christmas stuff, 20% off. Also, don't forget your Carhartt clothes to keep nice and warm for the winter. They have it all at our good friends from Ace Hardware. Ace, buy local, shop local, helping neighbors before they were neighborhoods. And welcome everybody here today. Where do I start? Where do I start with the craziness that's going on in this world? And it just gets crazier and crazier and crazier. I'm trying to find like good stories, and it's either suicides, killings, shootings, drug overdoses, deaths. It's like, But let's start with some fun stuff, I guess, for some of you people. Wednesday, I went to the Chicago Blackhawks and the New York Rangers game. I want to thank my buddy Joey Spins. Great having Danny Mazzi and Mikey, of course, Cariosa from Hardcore Italians. It was a great night with friends. I was off on a Wednesday with 3 great guys. And thank you, Spins. And of course, unfortunately, if you guys follow me, I don't like too many Chicago teams, but I am a Hawks fan. But they were playing the Rangers, and I had my Rangers jersey, and they beat the Rangers 3-0. So congratulations to the Blackhawks. And, of course, the Rangers didn't do it. That was Wednesday. Now, Thursday, we had a double show. We did a party for LinkedIn, the software company. I mean, not the software, the social media company, downtown on Monroe Street. It was Ocean's Rat Pack. It was a lunch show. We did an hour show, and then we did an hour of meet and greet. What was interesting about it, we didn't know what to expect. We played in the lunchroom. So at 12 o'clock, whatever it was, or 1 o'clock, whatever, they had everybody come out and they had everything open, food. And then they gave all the employees like $200 because it was a Vegas theme event. So they're saying Rat Pack with the Vegas thing, and they had like really, it was really nice. I mean, the staff were just wonderful people. And then that down, I guess they gave all the employees $200, and they go downstairs afterwards after they ate and watched some of the show, and went down and gambled. They had a gamble in the casino, the $200, whatever it was. It was an interesting show. The problem is most of the people there were younger. So I don't know if they even knew what the Rat Pack was. They might know. I'm sure they heard of Frank, maybe Sinatra, or maybe they didn't hear of Frank Dean or Sammy. Maybe they just heard of the Rat Pack. So it was interesting. Some people got it, some people didn't, but it was still a great experience. Again, Bill Saratella, Elliot Wimbush, Tony Toto, great job. And then Thursday night, we knocked it out at Positano's in Oak Brook with Jerry Jams and Lisa P. Great event at Positano's. They do an incredible job. Friday was another busy day. We started the afternoon with a party for Mayor Bradley Stevens in Rosemont. My good friend Paulette, they do it for the seniors and some of their office staff members. I've been doing it now for 6 or 7 years at the Donald Stevens Convention Center in Rosemont. That was Friday during the day. That's why there wasn't a show. So kudos to Tony Toto and Daryl Armenstad. It was a great event. It was nice. And then Friday night, we kicked it off at Chicago Prime, and that was a lot of fun, too, doing that. And then Saturday, 2 sold-out shows. I want to thank Pat and Larry and everybody at the Lyric Theater in Blue Island. If you never get a chance to go south and check this place out, it's beautiful with the VIP seating. We sold out, I think 250 it holds. We sold out 2 shows. We had a 2 o'clock and we had a 6 o'clock, and it was just fantastic. And we had the main event band. It was just fantastic. So again, thank you to Karen and Dean running all the visuals, Karen taking pictures, Nina taking pictures, Nina Tinner, thank you, Nina, for that. And Karen did a great job. And then, of course, the Elliot and Bill over the top. The band was unbelievable. Jerry Jams, Tony Toto, Danny Raimondi, Ariel, Dante on keys, Ariel on guitar. First time we had a band there. It was a great event and 2 standing ovations. And got to sign, and take pictures with people. And it just a lot of fun on Saturday. And then Sunday, when I thought I'd have some downtime, there was no downtime. We did my son and daughter-in-law, her sister had a baby. The first, Nico, turned 1 year old, so we went to the party in Elgin at the clubhouse. Very nice, just very relaxed, got to talk to everybody, have a little fun. And then we went over to Elmcrest, Biancalana's, of course, in Elmwood Park for the American Italian Veterans Luncheon. And it was great being there. Thank you, Tommy Vena and his lovely wife, Sue, for the invitation. And he invited me, Laura, my sister Natalie, Tony Toto and Julie, Nick and Phyllis Hodges, Bill Saratella. It was just nice, all of us there. And it was a great event to have some time to spend with friends, so it's nice to be able to do that. I had a lot of fun with that. I hope you guys had a good weekend, and I hope you had fun, and I hope you're trying to get everything done with Jill. Great seeing Thursday at Positano's. Thank you, Erica. Yes, sold out, too bad. Well, that's all right. We still got it. Eric, hope you're doing well. Sandra. Carlo, what's up, buddy? I hope you're doing well. Buddy, great seeing you on Friday, guys. Ronnie B, what's shaking? So let me tell you what we got this week before we get in all the stories and everything. This week we have a Rat Pack show. It's the last Rat Pack show of the season. Ocean's Rat Pack will be at the Royal Berry Restaurant on the south side again. This is in Palos Heights. It's 7 o'clock show, folks. I think it's $25 ticket. I think another 20 tickets, and they are sold out. That's this Wednesday, the 17th of December, the last holiday show for Ocean's Rat Pack for the year. Thursday, we'll be doing the snow. We're doing the makeup for the snow thing that we got canceled. We'll be at Villaggio with the main event band, Danny Raimondi and Tony Toto. That's Villaggio this Thursday, 7:30. That is Villaggio in Roselle. So that's going to be a lot of fun. Friday and Saturday, 2 nights at Ron Onesti's Club Arcada Speakeasy with the main event band on Saturday night on the 20th. Danny Ramundi, Tony Toto, Jerry Jams. That's an 8:30 hit. Go to oshows.com to see Tony Ocean and the band, the whole band, retro show. A lot of fun. I'll be back again there Sunday. I'll be there with Tony Toto for Sinatra Sunday. Excuse me, that's a 4:30 hit. Two different shows, same place, Ronald Estes Club Arcada Speakeasy this Saturday and Sunday. Rose, great seeing you and your sister Friday and your adopted daughter or whatever. It was fun just seeing everybody there. My buddy Jeff and everybody showing up last night. Gil at Chicago Prime, Mikey Cigar and the boys. It was very, very cool. So that was the week. We got a busy week, a lot of stuff. I know you guys are busy. I hope you guys are having some fun. Thank you just for getting a chance to tune in. Let's start off real fast, folks. Of course, we have prayers for the massive shooting in Bondi Beach, Australia. It was some Jewish event. God. I don't know the total. I think I don't know how many people have died or injured. I don't know. I didn't follow up on everything, but the prayer is just what they must be going through in Australia on the beach at Bondi Beach. Just horrible. And it's also the start of Happy Hanukkah for all my Jewish friends. I think it started today, right? Or tomorrow it starts. So very sad on that end. And then, of course, the tragic death of film director, actor Rob Reiner and his wife, Michelle, stabbed or killed in their home. I don't know all the details, but supposedly they were killed by their son, Nick. Mental illness, drugs, from everything that we're hearing about. I didn't know the whole story. You know, it's bad enough in this world that you have to worry about strangers doing things to you, robbing you, hurting you, killing you, whatever the hell is going on. But when it happens in your own family, that's got to be horrible. Natalie, I hope you're doing well. David, it started Sunday. Okay, so happy Hanukkah to all my Jewish friends that started Sunday. So you got 8 days. I think you guys do that whole celebration. But again, when it happens with your own son, and whatever his political views were, obviously they weren't mine, but that's not the point here. That's the same thing that happened with Charlie Kirk. Some of you people don't like his views or his political views, but it was another man killed. And another child without a father, another wife without a husband. This time, Rob Reiner and his wife both died. On the medication, whatever. Okay, his son, mental illness, medication, whatever. They're still dead. In your own home. Prayers to the Reiner family. Prayers to the... I don't even know what to say there. I do not know what to say there. It's just shocking. Shocking, sad. Excuse me. But the way this world is right now, like I said, nothing surprises me. People Magazine, another list, Sophia Carella, if I pronounce it right. She was in the movie Confessions of a Shopaholic. She dies at the age of 55 years old. 55 years old. All right, let's talk about some other stuff here. Tinley Park, we're talking about the South Side. Tinley Park, we used to go see rock and roll bands. They have shows there. It's at the amphitheater there, the Credit Union Amphitheater, starting in 2026. They'll be close. They're going to start selling tickets. You have to park now, pay to park. Now, it was always free parking. $20 in advance will be added for any show for the parking, and $25 when you pull up if you don't pay. If you don't pay in advance when you go see these concerts at the Credit Union Amphitheater in Tinley Park. Everybody's adding more money. Everything's going up. Just crazy. Congratulations to the Chicago Bears beating the Cleveland Browns 31-3. It was the coldest, supposedly it was the coldest game played at Soldier Field. So, again, Cleveland. Won 3, lost 10. Not a very good team. But the Bears did it. And everybody's saying, wow, 31-3. You're beating a really bad team. But they still won. So there's only 3 games left. I think you have the Green Bay Packers this Saturday. I think then you have the 49ers, San Francisco 49ers, and you have the Lions. So the Lions, Detroit Lions, San Francisco 49ers, the Green Bay Packers, Chicago Bears, all these next 3 games are very important to all those teams to find out what's going to happen in the playoffs and the wild card and all that. So it should be very interesting this Saturday, 7:20 Bears Packers in Soldiers Field. My friend Carol Minotti, surgery went well this morning. Everything went well. So Carol, Dan, keep the chin up, guys. Love you. Happy holidays. Get better. Here's another one. WGN. Grammy-nominated singer Jubilant Sykes stabbed to death in his home in Santa Monica, California. Son was arrested. Another one. Patrice, I hope you're doing well, my friend. Peter Prado, what's up, brother? It's just one thing after another. It's just crazy. Congratulations to go changing the subject to sports, of course, and my congratulations to the New York Knickerbockers. My favorite basketball team advanced now. I'm going to be playing for the NBA Cup Finals. So, congratulations to the New York Knickerbockers in basketball. Speaking of sports, Chicago Cub Chris Bryant will be finally retiring from the Chicago Cubs. I guess he hasn't had good seasons in the last couple of years, so Chris Bryant will be leaving the Chicago Cubs for all you Cub fans out there. Spotify now, if you follow Spotify, if you add Spotify, if you use Spotify, if I'm saying it right, to pick your songs where you can listen to it anytime now. They're going to be lifting up their prices. Spotify is going to be raising their prices right now for Spotify. And a lot of people use Spotify, so I'm sure Carol Brandolino, my dear friend, I hope you're doing well, my friend. And we'll see Carol with us this Tuesday and Thursday this week because this will be a full show this week. So we'll have some fun on Tuesday and Thursday. Spotify going up if you're following that. Another, according to People Magazine, comedian Andy Dick, whether you like him or not. I never cared for the guy, but again, apparent overdose in Hollywood, California. Andy Dick, comedian. I mean, all we're telling you now is just one thing after another. Wait till the communist New York mayor takes over. Criminals will be working overtime. God bless America. You're absolutely right. It's just mind-boggling with the Australia shooting and Rob Reiner, of course. And we just talked about the Sophia, the actress from Confessions of a... She died, and then the other Grammy winner, Jubilant Sykes, gets stabbed in his home, too. Son was arrested. Jimmy Neutron, Jeff Garcia dies at the age of 50 years old. How about this? South Korea. Remember we were talking about different countries coming up with stuff. Russia got the cancer pill now. South Korea has got a pill they're going to create, supposedly, create a pill that erases fear from your mind. Do you imagine, ladies and gentlemen, if you had no fear at all? If you could pop a pill and go surfing, or pop a pill and go mountain climbing, or to jump off an airplane or a helicopter or whatever that scares the shit out of you. Imagine if you can put, oh yeah, great, no thank you, Boyd. That was on the next page. Fellow Chicago entertainer, guitar player, fellow model maker. He was on the show. Dean Milano. Dean, the surgery went well, so get better, my good friend Dean. Maybe we got to get you back on the show and talk about our models, because Me and Dean, we paint models, but he does cars and planes and that's and ships and stuff. I only basically are my monster stuff. And that was the connection of me and Dean Milano. Plus, he was also a Chicago musician. And we were all members of the Chicago Friars Club that was together a few years ago. So I'm glad. Thank you, Boyd, for that. And Boyd, I hope you're doing well. Tony, great seeing you last week. I've seen Tony Ototo every day last week. And of course, great seeing you. Richard, how you doing? So South Korea they supposedly has this pill that you could take that eliminates fear. I don't know, man. Do you imagine not having afraid of nothing? I don't think I can do that. Unless you're taking it for certain reasons. I don't know. Supposedly. Jane Seymour, actress, just turned 70 years old. And she says 70 is now the new 50. And I'm going to tell you something, folks. And I can relate to this. I'm going to be 63 in 2 weeks. But some of the people that follow my show, some of them are a little older. A lot older. Some are a lot older, some are a little, but they're out there like they're 50, 40 years old. They're out there dancing, they're out there enjoying, they're out there camaraderie, they're out, partying, having a good time, even during the week, not just the weekends. And they're out and they're enjoying life. And that's what Jane Seymour says. The new 70 is the new 50. And I believe it. I believe it. I believe it. Most flowers ever sold in one day. I don't even know why that question would come up. But Jack Daniels usually does it for me. Boy. Good one there, boy. Jack Daniels probably does it for me, too. It's probably a lot cheaper than that pill if South Korea puts it on the market and people buy it. Good point. Good point. All right, this might piss off a few people. Disneyland. People love it. People go there. I went there maybe twice. Once I went there later on in life. And then I went there when we did Star Search. We got to spend a couple of days in Disney. Now they're saying you can actually you can fly to Japan. It's supposed to be cheaper than taking a family of 4 to Disney. And the whole story with Disney, with the liberal stuff and everything, that's a completely different story. But here's what's interesting. If you remember a few months back, I said something on the show, which they were going to ban anybody wearing MAGA hats. And supposedly on January 16th and 17th of 2026, it will be MAGA Day at Disney. Very close to or on the same day as Pride Day. I don't know how that all put together, whatever it is. I don't even know why they would do that at Disney, MAGA, because they're so against it. But, a lot of people like bringing their kids there. I mean, where else can they see Mickey, Pluto, Goofy? Excuse me. So I don't know. I'm preparing we're going to hear some news, something happening those 2 days. Mark my word. Something's going to happen those 2 days. And I sure hope not. I sure hope that people can just forget their political things when they go and they're bringing their kids to pay for, to wait in long lines and to go see these and play and ride these rides and see some of these characters that we all grew up with, whether you like them or not. God, my grandson loves Mickey and Minnie Mouse. Kids love it. General, what's up, my friend? So that's going to be interesting to see. More flowers sold in one day. In U.S. history so far. Let's see how many flowers were sold. 3. I don't know if I wrote this down right. Sometimes I write real messy and I can't read my own writing. 3 million flowers, am I right? 3.16 million flowers were sold on one day. And that was the day that Elvis passed away in 1977. That's how many people sent flowers to Graceland. All you Elvis fans and people that just, of course, losing Elvis Presley. Most flowers sold in one day. Nuts. Let's see. Selena. Remember, they're the Spanish singer, actress. Of course, she died. She was killed by her manager, was a fan years ago. Her father just passed away, Abraham Quintrella. Our prayers go out to Selena's family. Also, Peter Green, who was in Pulp Fiction and The Mask, he passed away this past weekend at the age of 60 years old. 60, 45, 55. They're young. They're dropping like flies. Our prayers go out to the Green family. One thing I'm so happy about here, Australia, right here, and I know Australia, of course, had that horrible shooting, but one thing they did here, Australia right now is banning social media for kids under the age of 16 years old. So kids under the age of 16 years old cannot get on social media. And you know what? That's a great idea. Kudos to Australia for coming up with that. Let them be kids. That's what all the stuff that's going on in this crazy world with the operations, the trans, this, that, blah, blah, blah. I don't care what people do. It's their life. It's this country. We can do whatever we want. It's a free country, almost, right? Let these kids do. Let people, if they want to do this, fine. But let them be kids first. That's all I'm saying. I don't care what anybody wants to do with their life. Go ahead. Enjoy. You want to be a dog. You want to be a dinosaur. You want to be this. I don't care. But be kids first. Have fun as kids. Because, man, once you're an adult, whoo, it's a whole different ballgame. So, Australia, kids. Let them be kids. What else? Some good stuff in the news? I don't know. Some people might like this. Some people might not. The House rejects to try to impeach Trump. They rejected. Vote 237 to 140. A huge win for President Donald Trump. Will not be impeached. Justin Timberlake and Jessica Biel, after 13 years, have filed for divorce. Another Hollywood couple gone. Pina, how are you doing? Yes, I agree. Would be worldwide. It should be worldwide. I agree with you. More deaths than birthdays. Live the moment, folks. Absolute. Kathy, I hope you're doing well. Love what you guys are sending me today. I love it. If you're into wrestling fans, of course, John Cena wrestled his last match on Saturday Night Main Event against Gunther. Gunther was great, and he tapped out. Ooh, it was a shocker. Congratulations. I was never a John Cena fan because I always liked the bad guys. I didn't like the goody two, the baby faces. I always liked the heels. But John Cena did a lot for wrestling. So congratulations, John Cena. You could actually go make your movies now and not wrestle anymore. There, we just mentioned Carol Minotti, and she's watching what a trooper she is, right after her surgery was successful today. Thank you, Carol. God bless you, man, you and your family. Happy 100 years to one of the great shows, the Harlem Globetrotters. 100 years. Dave, I started watching it and I fell asleep last night. So I want to go back and watch some of the stuff that did happen. Which I was nice seeing Jesse the Body Ventura. I didn't get to. I knew he was going to be on, but I didn't get the chance to see him because I fell asleep. So Saturday Night Main Event on Peacock. I will watch it later today, David. Yes, afternoon, you're resting, Carol. Good. Get all the rest you can. I just mentioned 100 years. The Harlem Globetrotters. Remember Meadowlark Lerman and Curly? And that was a lot of fun. They used to have the cartoon when we were kids, and they're just very entertaining sport. And the Harlem Globetrotters are professional. Some of them are professional basketball players. Some maybe they didn't make the NBA, or maybe they did, retired, and wanted to do this and travel and play and entertain kids and entertain families. The Harlem Globetrotters, 100 years. The Who, Peter Townsend, Roger Daltrey. First of all, Roger Daltrey just got knighted, so now he is Sir Roger Daltrey of The Who. Congratulations being knighted. J-Lo with a residency in Vegas concerts. She makes $1 million per night, but they're not selling out. Her concerts are not selling out. Vegas has to pay this woman $1 million a night, and she can't sell her tickets. J-Lo can't sell her tickets. $1 million a night. God, I got to work all year for that. $1 million. Maybe she just go back to showing her butt, because that's probably the only thing she's going to do to win money. Saperstein owned her. That's right, Abe. Saperstein did own the Harlem Globetrotters, David. I also watched was a documentary. It was pretty cool if you ever get a chance to watch it. $1 million a night, and she can't sell it out. I don't know. What does she do? I think the only song I remember that she did was All the Single Ladies. All the Single Ladies. That's all I knew. I don't know anything else. I know she dated or married 5 different guys, 10 guys, whatever. I don't know. Now, Christmas, 2 weeks away, whatever it is, right? And hello, Mel Lennon Reed. I hope you're doing well, hon. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas. Holidays. You're going to get gifts. You're not going to want. Some of them you're going to return, right? There's going to be a catch this year at certain places. Retailers are now charging a return fee for holiday shoppers. Marshalls will charge you $11.99 when you return something. TJ Maxx and Macy's will charge you $9.99 when you return something, a return fee now. When you're returning your stuff at some retail stores. Well, I'm glad you guys are doing well, and we're doing fantastic. So thank you for asking. I appreciate it very much. Couple other things. Congratulations to Navy against the Army football game. It was the 126th time the Navy went against the Army, and the Navy won 17 to the Army's 16. Congratulations to the Navy beating the Army by 1 point, if you follow that. Pennsylvania law. Another thing. This is interesting. They're going to recognize pets as family members and not property. Pennsylvania passing the rule that your pet is legally a family member and not just property. Now, most that I know of, I can't speak for everybody. Danny, I hope you're doing well, my brother. Great seeing you at Positanos, pal. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas to you and your family. All right. So Pennsylvania passes the law that pets are now considered family. Now, most of the people that I know that have pets, whether they're fish, iguanas or whatever, lizards or birds, or of course, chickens. People have chickens, I know, cows, dogs, cats, etc. They're family members. Our 3 dogs, Zoe, Bella, and Mia, are our family members. No ifs and buts about it. They get the best food. They get the best treats. They get the best medical care. They get the best coats if they wear them, whatever it is. And I think most people who have pets agree. The only problem now when you're legally making them family members, this is what Pennsylvania did, and I don't know what you guys think about it, but if this dog was to bite somebody, do they sue now the family? Can the family lose everything? I don't know how this works now. This is in Pennsylvania, like I said, recognizing pets as family members, not property. So I don't know what you guys think about it, but it should be interesting to see that. And the New York Post, man, I thought Illinois was bad, and they are bad. But boy, New York, I'm telling you, Social Security Administration Office ripped off or getting in trouble for sending $186 million to dead people. They are paying actual ghosts. Now, I'm not talking thousands of dollars, folks. I'm not talking hundreds of dollars. I'm talking about $186 million went to dead people in Social Security in New York City. Almost the same thing here in Illinois that happened. Pfizer will never allow it, doesn't want you to deduct from your tax return exception. Peter, good point. You can sue the owner if you get a dog bite. That's true, David. You can right now. That's true. And right. What happens, though, if they're family members? Does it make any difference how about the amount you can sue? Or I don't know how that works. So it should be interesting to see moving forward. Social Security. How much more? Crazy. I don't know. It's just mind-boggling, some of these crazy things. Let's talk about something positive. Chicago Music Cruise, less than 34 days away. The Chicago Music Cruise, NTD Vacations. Tony Ocean, the main event band, and Seventh Heaven. That's right. For the third time, we're going on the ocean again, folks. The MSC World America, January 17th to January 24th. 7-night Western Caribbean cruise, Miami, Honduras, Costa Maya, Cozumel, Ocean Cay. You want to join us when it's freezing cold here in January? Jump on. The prices are great. You got to love it. Call Mary at 630-688-1725 or go to Chicago Music Cruise and put in Tony O. Say you want to go on the ocean with Ocean and, of course, Seventh Heaven. I want to thank you guys all for tuning in and hope you're enjoying the show, having some fun. We appreciate it. How about now? Spend more on sports betting than they do on investing. A new financial study shows that people are now spending more on sports betting than traditional investments like stocks or retirement accounts. The rise of online betting platforms have made gambling more accessible than ever. Experts say the mix of instant rewards, easy access, dopamine-driven behaviors behind this shift. Many younger adults are seeing betting on both entertainment and a way to make extra money. Problem with people who bet, now I know a few, not to mention names, but they only tell you what they win. They never tell you what they lost. Oh, I get free rooms. I get free trips. I get, because you paid for those already, my friend. And it's funny. You know what's funny? Here's the thing I don't get. And what I'm getting now, and I think you guys will see it as well. Draft picks. Every sports commercial, between every game, everything, right? And if you watch these games, like whether they lose by 3 points or they lose by 4 points, draft picks is almost right 99% of the time. It's almost like the NFL is rigged or all these sports are rigged. It seems how they can call it out. It's so close a lot of the times. It really makes you wonder. Jerry Lynn, how are you doing? Well, I didn't know you were at the show, Jerry. Should have came up and said hi. Well, thank you so much. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Yeah. They never tell you, right, Dave? They never tell you your losses. I won this. I won that. Okay. All right, let's see here. This could be interesting. This is from Brainly Monkey. An elderly man in New York recently turned the simple idea into a viral spectacle. According to New York Post, a 75-year-old performer known as Breaking Bob handed out flyers inviting people to join him for a 5-minute smoke in Washington Square Park. While he expected to be a small gathering, quickly grew to a massive crowd of 2,500 people gathered. According to HOLA.com, Bob is part of the comedy collective Old Jewish Men and promoted the event by posting flyers around the city. The flyers included a photo of him, map of the meeting spot, and even a QR code promising a free cigarette to those who booked their spot in advance. What started as a quirky invitation ended up as a citywide moment of community and comedy. What a brilliant idea. Kudos to Breaking Bob. Thinking only a few people are going to show up, 2,500 show up. He's got to give everybody cigarettes. And he did a show. And he just sat and talked, did a show, did some jokes. People laughed. People all got along. They didn't care what nationality. They didn't care what race. They didn't care what political view you had. They were there to have a good time. Gina, what's up, my dear friend? Hope you are doing well and hope you had a great weekend. Report gambling money winning. Uncle Sam is watching. So think about that. He just wanted to have some people to come to his show in the park. 2,500 people showed up. They showed up for that free cigarette. Jerry Jams, I don't know, Jerry, neither do I anymore. Last time I gambled, I lost my ass. I got married. There you go, Peter. I didn't know Jerry was watching. Jerry Jams, what's up, brother? I didn't see your name come up. Oh, another thing that's going on, this is happening in Arlington Heights. According to WGN TV, Arlington Heights police have issued a community alert over door kick TikTok challenge following several reports of damaging front doors in the suburbs over the weekend. There's some idiots on TikTok put a challenge out to go to people's homes and try to kick their front door in and then run away. Idiots. Patrick Haig, happy holidays, my brother. Thank you for tuning in today. What a bunch of idiots. Arrest the person who started this thing on TikTok if you can find who they are, if they're a real person or not. Telling people to go kick in people's doors on TikTok. This happened in Arlington Heights. Kicking the door challenge. Assholes. That's what they are. See, back then we went out in the park and we played ball or we did stuff. We didn't have to go kick down people's doors for entertainment and fun. Women, now I think this goes to a lot of women. I know it goes to my wife because it drives her crazy, and I'm sure women out there, women feel the most stressed when their husbands just relax on the couch without doing anything. It's got to drive you all nuts, folks. Yes, it's out there. It says so. Campbell Soup Company is in trouble again, saying says it has fired an executive who called the company's products highly processed food for poor people. Martin Bally, the company's vice president of information technology, was recorded making a statement in November of 2024. Nothing like 2 years later to find out and fire him. Meeting with Robert Garza, former cybersecurity analyst for the company. Garza, who made the audio recording, says he was unfairly fired in January in a racial discrimination and racial harassment suit he filed in November. The person went on to say that when he looks at the can of Campbell soup, he thinks it contains bioengineered meat. Now, could happen. Boyd, we used to put dog shit on. Wait, Boyd, I was just going to say that, buddy, because I mentioned it before, I think, last year. We used to put dog shit. Hey, wait a minute. Boyd, you're absolutely, you know what? You're absolutely right, Boyd. I was going to say that in this segment, but I didn't want to look bad. But I remember saying it on Halloween when, remember, it was the throwing the eggs at the house. It was the toilet paper on the trees. It was the Nair instead of shaving cream, so people would wake up the next day with no hair on. But putting the dog shit on the front porch, lighting the brown bag on fire, ringing the doorbell, the owner would come, and then your buddy would be in back pushing that doorbell, so he has to go through the house with dog shit. Boyd, we all did it. We were different back then. We were different types of degenerates like they have now. Oh, my God. Good stuff, Boyd. Good stuff. So Campbell's, Joanne Lula, I hope you're doing well, my friend. We don't have to worry about that anymore, right? There you go. Then the parents go nuts after the kids get shot, claiming over-aggressive actions. I know, Danny. The world is crazy. Campbell's soup. I like the soup. It's salty, but boy. But people are hard times. I don't know if you'd call it. I don't know if you would call it. Oh, so that wasn't you, Boyd. Not you. You were a good kid. Okay. You just heard someone else do it. You might have heard it on my show because I know I said it on Halloween probably a couple years ago. That's what we used to do. So good one, Boyd. Good one. Campbell's soup. Mom of three boys tries for a girl. Instead, she gets pregnant with three triplet boys. Holy cow. When Hannah A. learned she was pregnant, she and her partner were excited and a little nervous. Already parents of three boys, ages 11, 4, and 1, Hannah conceived or convinced her her fiance to have one more child. Hopefully, it might be a girl. No, three more triplet boys. Holy cow. Tie that up. Tie that up and get some surgery done. Holy shit. Only Progresso soup for you, Robert. Okay. Campbell's golden mushroom for pot roast makes a great gravy. Oh, okay. I do know people who use Campbell's for certain gravy stuff. Good point. More breaking news. According to newsxculture.com. Breaking news. 188.6% of Epstein's political donations went to Chuck Schumer, the Clintons, Pelosi, and other Democrats. This is according to newsxculture.com. No wonder why they're all shitting bricks. Yes. You had to throw one of those in. All right, this was interesting. This was last week, I think, or 2 weeks ago. The Dallas Cowboys versus the Kansas City Chiefs, the Thanksgiving game on December 26th, is expected to break the NFL record for the most watched regular season game, surpassing the 2022 Cowboys versus the Giants game, which had 42.1 million viewers. This is because of high viewership expectations for the matchup between the two popular teams. I don't know what the views were on that. Let's see. Tom, hi, Tony. How are you doing? You know what? When you used to do Biagio's on Lawrence, my old man used to call him because he looked like Harry Carey. He would come out and sit by your shows. Oh, well, I used to love Biagio's on Lawrence, Tom. Thank you for joining the show. Happy holidays, buddy. And prayers to your father. But I do remember somebody that looked like Harry Carey. Holy cow. Well, God bless to your father, man. If he's still with us or not, prayers to you, Tom, and thank you for watching the show. It was a nice place, Biagio. I used to have fun over there on Lawrence. All right, so like I said, this was the New York Giants versus the Dallas Cowboys. Supposedly 42.1 people watched that game. I can imagine how many people are going to be watching the Green Bay Packers and the Chicago Bears this Sunday at 7:20 at Saturday night's main game of the week, whatever. I'd like to see if it beats 42.1 million people. I don't know. Could be interesting. You're watching Ocean's Pit. Let us show about big things. Tomorrow is Twisted Tuesday with Carol Brandolino and Tony O, of course. And let's not forget Danny Mazzi, Armando Supermarkets, buy local, shop local. 925 Liberty Street in Elgin, Illinois. For the finest produce, go to see my buddy at Armando's Supermarkets, Danny Mazzi. Good stuff. All right, let's see. Leo Roth, guitar player from Chicago. I think he's with Soda now, the popular band that's out there. Who knows, folks? I never cared about if you were gay until you started shoving it down my throat. I never cared what color you were until you started blaming me for your problems. I never cared about your political thoughts until you started condemning me for mine. I never really cared where you were born until you wanted to erase my history and blame my ancestors for your problem. I never even cared if your beliefs were different than mine until you said my beliefs were wrong. But now I care. My patience, my tolerance are gone, and I'm not alone in feeling like this. There are millions of us who feel like that. Okay. Wow. Now, let's see, 60,000 likes on this page. Um, Look, we are all different people in this world. It's a crazy world right now. And like I said, I don't care what people do, it's their life. Whatever people do to make their life happier, make your life so you can enjoy life, whatever people have to do to be happy, that's the number one thing. We're never going to agree on anything a lot of times, folks. But when people like the media or politicians, whatever side you're on, everything's crammed down your throat. No wonder why people say screw this or screw that or screw this, right? Let's hope 2026 is going to be better for everybody. Better for everybody. Here's something that was interesting sent. I have a handicap license pass displayed on my mirror. I parked and got out of the car, and I had this lady say to me, "Well, you look pretty normal to me." Now, has this happened to you? I don't have a handicap sticker, so I don't know. But I've heard this happen to people. My friend Carmela posted this. There are people who have handicap stickers who have a different problem, some sort of health issue, or you cannot get that handicap sticker. At least you can't anymore. Years ago, you could probably get a fake one. You probably can this time too with technology these days. But just because you see a guy coming out or a girl coming out and she's not limping, or she doesn't have one arm, or she doesn't have one leg, or she doesn't have, blind and can't see, or whatever it is, you can't assume. All right, there you go, Dave. Some people get bothered, but you know what? It's probably some just jerk off. You don't know. The doctors give you that for a purpose. Unfortunately, sometimes in life, people take that privilege and abuse it, or give it to your brother, or give it to your sister, or give it to your brother, or whatever, or give it to a friend. It's not right. And please, if you see somebody coming out of it, don't assume just because they're not limping or something that they're not handicapped. It could be something in the head, could be heart, it could be something. So don't go crazy, but I'm sure we all have at one time. A time for a joke. This is from the hillbillyjokes.com. A Chinese husband files for divorce. The judge asks, "What is the reason?" The husband replies, "Me, no come. She, no come. But baby come. How come?" Okay. If that don't make you smile, I don't know what does. Let's see. What else we got here on headlines? No, this does not surprise me, ladies and gentlemen. Coca-Cola, Cola Zero, found to be more dangerous than sugary version, 40% higher risk of diabetes. The answer to this, the moral of this story is stop drinking soda. Case closed. That's simple. Stop drinking soda. Bad stuff. Another joke. Cigarettes have warning labels because they're addictive and destroy lives. Yet women's vaginas are out roaming free. Oh, I mean, that's not, I know some of you guys out there who are pissed off, divorcing and all that crazy stuff. Oh my God, that's funny. My doctor wrote me a pass when I lived in Florida, so I used it. There you go, Dave. Nobody bothers you. You got to love that joke, folks. I think that needs a warning sign, too. I think that needs a warning sign moving forward. Moving forward. Carol, you like that one. Derek Evans set this in. an estimated 20,000, an estimated 200,000 deer hunters hit the woods on opening day of rifle season in West Virginia. Not a single mass shooting took place. Almost if guns aren't the problem. That's another completely different story. Yeah, those damn Reginas, I tell you. Put a warning sign on those things. What do we got? We got some other great. Oh, it's time for the weather. Ace Hardware weather, because it is winter. And that's what we are here in the lovely city of Chi-Town, or the suburbs. This is the weather brought to you by JRC Ace Hardware. Weather brought to you guys today for Monday, the 15th of December. It is 17 degrees out there. Feels like 4 degrees. 55% humidity, 11-mile-an-hour winds. It's cold. So if you don't have to go out, I already went out already to Walmart. So if you don't have to go out, stay inside. That's the weather brought to you by our good friends from JRC Ace Hardware. Buy local, shop local, helping neighbors before they were neighborhoods. Big other shows coming up, folks. Like I said, this week we'll be at the Royal Berry in Palos Heights this Wednesday, the 17th. Ocean's Rat Pack, last show for the season. Ocean's Rat Pack show. Thursday will be at Villaggio in Roselle. Friday, Chicago Prime Steakhouse. Saturday will be, and Sunday at Ron Onesti's Club Arcata Speakeasy. What's coming up next on the 27th of December? Tony Ocean Birthday Bash on the north side at Taverna on Division. Tony Toto got some other special guests coming. It's going to be a lot of fun. That show is sold out at Taverna on the 27th. So if you want to have another party on Sunday, we're going to go to the south side. I've only been to the JMOS one time with Ocean's Rat Pack. We sold it out. This time I'm going as Tony Ocean in the main event band. Danny Ramundi, Tony Toto, Jerry Jams, Dante, Daryl Armenstar. We got Felix Greco coming. We got Louis Pipes coming. We got Lisa P coming. It's going to be a lot of fun. $25, folks, gets you not only the show, but it gets you pasta, beef, sandwiches, all little buffet, Italian buffet at JMOS in Mokina. It's going to start at 3 o'clock in the afternoon till 7. 28th of December. I'll be celebrating 63. Come out and watch the show. It'll be a lot of fun. Tony Ocean and friends on the south side of Chicago. And then, of course, New Year's Eve, we'll be at Avanti Banquets. We haven't been there in about 5 years in Fox River Grove. They owned by Chicago Prime Steakhouse and Chicago Prime Italian, guys. $150 per person gets you steak and lobster, open bar, all the other stuff that goes with New Year's Eve. A lot of fun. We love it. We'll be there with the main event band on New Year's Eve. And 2 shows we're going to push for January. January 3rd, we're returning to Johnny's Kitchen and Tap in Glenview on the 3rd of January. And, of course, the 15th of January, we're going to Positano's in Wheaton instead of the one in Oak Brook. But we will be the one in Oak Brook on January 29th with the return of Lisa P on the 29th. So twice at Positano's, and one in Oak Brook and one in Wheaton. That's 2026. Oh, let's see if we got time for one more story before we do the birthdays. We're going to hold off on that. You know what? When you thought about being safe in your home, and we're just talking about the fortunate death of Robert Reiner and his wife, or when I mentioned at the beginning part of the show is when you have to worry enough when you're outside with strangers doing crazy shit to each other. And then this happens in your own home. Well, it's almost like when you go to a church or when you go to a ministry, whatever it is, and the priest or the deacons or the pastors, and they're saying this, give me money and do this. Look at this crackpot. I've heard, look, you heard about some of these guys, send me the money, $15.99. I got this book here that God will tell you how to live forever and become a millionaire just by sending me $15.99. How about this crackpot? This is in Africa. This pastor claims to heal his congregation by farting on their faces using special power. You can't make this stuff up, folks. A bizarre story from Africa has gone viral over a pastor claimed he could heal members of the congregation by sitting on their faces and passing gas, insisting that the act carried divine power. Videos and photos from this service showed followers laying on the floor while he performed this ritual, saying the Holy Spirit was working through his body. You can't make this up. Church members said they believed it would cure illness, remove evil spirits, bring them blessings. Some even testified in public that they felt lighter, healed, spiritually transformed after this ritual. Outside the church, however, people reacted with shock, disgust, and confusion. The pastor will shit on you, fart on you, and you will be healed. Jerry, you have a great day too. Well, thank you, Danny. Looking forward to it. It's okay to have soda pop, but anything in excess is not good. Tony, good point. Everything by moderation. Sounds like an inside joke. Oh, that's a good one, Boyd. Yeah. The problem is, not only does he have to fart on these people, but what does he do to eat or whatever he does to keep farting? I mean, what if there's 200 people in line? How many farts can you do? A lot of Mexican food. I mean, no disrespect to our Spanish friends, but what are they doing? A lot of broccoli? What are they eating? You might get pink eye, but you'll be. You might get pink eyed, but you might be healed. I can give a good fart. I'll try advertising for goodwill. There you go. Crazy, guys. Yeah. That's the world for you, folks. That's the crazy world that we live in. It's Ocean's Pit, little show about big things. We got birthdays coming up for today. Now, some of these birthdays are a couple of days late, so I'm sorry about that. Peter Caruso from Pasta Mia, the owner of Pasta Mia. White Castle will do it, Boyd. Good one. Peter Caruso, Pasta Mia. Happy birthday, Peter. Chris Hillman from the band, formerly band of the band The Byrds. 87 years old. Tony Danza, 75. Johnny, Southside Johnny and the Asbury Dukes celebrating a birthday. Walt Disney would have been celebrating. Little Richard celebrating a birthday. Jack Black, 56 years old. Paul Hogan, Crocodile Dundee, 87 years old. Andy Kim, Rock Me Gently, 79 years old. Christopher Walken, 83 years old. Don Bongino, love him. Happy birthday, my man. Johnny Quest, my favorite cartoon of all time, turned 61 years old. And, of course, my good friend Phyllis Hodges, her brother Jimmy Zito up in heaven. Happy birthday, Jimmy. Michael J. Fox, 64 years old. Frank Sinatra on Friday, was it? Or on Thursday? Turned 110 years old. St. Francis. Sammy Davis Jr., a couple days before that, celebrating a birthday. Michael McAuliffe, former state senator. Michael, I'll look forward for your 4th of July party. Mike Smith of the Dave Clark 5. He was a singer. Fantastic, Mike Smith. And just Angus Moorhead and Dura on Bewitched celebrating a birthday. Little Nico celebrating a 1-year-old birthday. Guys, and don't forget, we got a week to Mama D's Breads. That's right. They're here. They've been here. Holiday favors. All your flavors are there already. Pumpkin chocolate chip, cranberry, peppermint, caramel apple. They still have old favorites, banana, blueberry, chocolate chip, lemon. The list goes on and on. Contact my sister, Natalie. Get them. Last minute stocking stuffers, last minute gifts. 847-533-0400 or private message Natalie Bosch, B-O-S-C-H. They start at $11. Order early for the holidays. Guys, it is time for us to go. Tomorrow is Twist. Shout out to my brother, Mike. It's his birthday. Well, happy birthday, Michael, out there. I'll toast to you, my friend. All right. So it's one of those days. And tomorrow is Twisted Tuesday. So please join us. We have a lot of fun. We got some special guests coming on Wednesday and Friday. I'll make some announcements. We got a good week of stuff coming up. Let's thank again our good friends from Ace Hardware, folks. That's right. Free $10 gift card when you purchase a $50 gift card, 2 per limit and on sale now all month. Got to get them 20% off all outdoor, out to your neighbor's strings of lights. 100 starting as low as $9.99. 20% off all Christmas stuff. And don't forget that perfect pet, the lifelike sleeping pet that breathes without going one or two. Number one and number two, that wonderful companions for seniors, children, providing a lifelike, loving ownership experience starting at $35.99. That's Pets, Petzz. They look real. They breathe, except they don't do the one and two. So it's good stocking stuff. They got a lot of good stuff. And our good friends from Ace Hardware. Ace is the place. Buy local, shop local, helping neighbors before they were neighborhoods. Guys, the Royal Berry Restaurant, Palos Heights, this Wednesday, the 17th, last time for Ocean's Rat Pack for the year of 2025. Bellagio in Roselle on the 18th. Friday, Chicago Prime Steakhouse, and Saturday, Sunday, Ron Onesti's Club Arcada Speakeasy. Oshos.com. Guys, buy local, shop local, support local establishments, support live entertainment. Be kind to everybody out there, folks. And just because you're offended on this show, if you are, doesn't mean you're right because you're offended. It's important to be nice, especially this time of year. You ever notice a lot of times people are more friendlier at this time of year? More people holding doors open, or they're saying thank you or excuse me. I've seen that. Even though there's crazy shit going on in the world, don't lose that, ladies and gentlemen. Don't lose that little extra happy holidays, Merry Christmas, whatever it is. Be thankful, be kind. It's a tough world. Let's hope it gets better. Peace and love, John Lennon would say, Ringo Starr would say. You guys have an incredible day. See you tomorrow. Same time, same station with Carol Brandolino for Twisted Tuesday tomorrow. God bless you, everybody. Have a great day. Peace and love. Nick Sahajas, take us out.
Time to go. It's the end of the show. See you later from Tony O.
Bye-bye, everybody. Have a great day. Stay warm. Sleep warm.